Wow, we've got a special guest in the studio today. It's Maureen. And why is she special? Well, many reasons, but one, she's an expert on what's going on in the market here in the Treasure Valley. Let's find out what she has on her mind. Next.
Dave Edwards, Treasure Valley Dave here, your expert real estate resource by your side when it's time to sell your home, buy a home, or relocate to the Boise, Idaho area. You'll find the Treasure Valley Dave team office centrally located right here in beautiful Nampa, Idaho. Now, back to the video.
Hey, so we're going to look at what's going on in the market. The most recent data just came out from the MLS, and we've got Maureen here. She crunched all the numbers.
Yep.
And so what are you seeing on the market here in the Treasure Valley now?
As always, it's been interesting.
It always is.
It always is. I think what we are seeing on paper and what we're feeling in some occasions might be a little bit different.
How so?
So on the papers, we for sure can see. So on the paper, I mean on the data, when the broad data is going to come out, we see that in both Ada County and Canyon County, the median home sales price went up.
Went up. But
Yes.
doesn't it always do that this time of year?
I was just about to say it. Yes. So we did have a spring market, not anything close to what was expected, but there is still a spring market.
Okay. So prices aren't dropping.
Prices are not really dropping. No. It's tricky to say. It's very local. It's not just local for always. Ada County and Canyon County was always different. It's even in particular areas very different. So Eagle was one of the hottest markets in 2021 and 2022. Eagle right now is the slowest market.
Really?
Yep, absolutely. But Nampa is busy, especially in particular areas. So it's a very localized.
So you take those numbers are what they are. But what's your interpretation of why that is? Because Nampa's traditionally, well, anything in Canyon County is traditionally a little bit cheaper than Ada County.
Yeah, affordability, absolutely a good point. Yeah.
And so you're talking about the, localized information and data, but that's not just geographic too. It's like the price category of different houses. Anyway, so you're talking about price ranges.
Yeah. So Canyon County, as we all know, is the more affordable. It's still, we have about 80 to 120,000 difference for the same house in one county versus the other county. So that has not changed.
Right.
And Canyon County is still a very hot market. If you look at days on market, that's where we saw the biggest change. I think we started off the year with days on market over 70 days. And for existing home, it was 24 days this month.
Wow, that's...
For an existing home.
And so traditionally, what they teach us in real estate school, going back way back, is that 6 months is a balanced market, not a seller's market or a buyer's market, but a balance. And you're talking 24 days.
The 6 months on market is if nothing else would come on the market, right?
Okay.
It's saying our inventory, it would take us 6 months to sell the inventory that is currently on the market.
And we're saying now the average price for the average days on the market for an existing home is 24 days.
It was 24 days.
That's pretty quick.
That is pretty quick.
So it's still quite a seller's market?
Yes and no.
Please explain.
I would say it is a seller's market. If you have a good house, and you price it right, then you will have the option for a multiple offer situation. But you will also see that maybe the quality is not the right word to say. Concessions, that is a big point. You need to be open for some concessions. We have a lot of first-time home buyers. They had no chance to come into the market while it was so hot. And
now interest rates are up.
Yeah, and then they're coming down again. And so, like I said, it's a very sensitive market. Just a quarter of a point I would say we can feel that people are holding back. As soon as it drops just a little bit, buyers are going to be back. And we know there is a bunch of buyers still holding on the
So there's quite a bit of
line.
demand out there.
Yeah, it's just held back. We know interest rates at one point will come down, and that will make this market even more interesting.
So a couple things with interest rates. I see that we have some of the large home builders in the area are offering incentives now.
Absolutely, incentives are still out there. Could be anywhere from $10,000 to $25,000. Can be used depending on what you're needing. If you're building or making some upgrades on the house, it could be for down payments or
Rate buy down.
rate buy down. And that is a big one. Rate buy down since interest rates went up to 7%, it's a big point. It's becoming very popular. Mm-hmm. It's a great way.
So we're seeing that with new construction, but also with existings.
We also see that people are asking for it on existing homes.
And sometimes sellers are helping.
Yeah, it's a little bit tricky to do, but I think it's a part of the negotiation.
Okay, excellent.
And to help somebody to get into a house.
So that's kind of, in a nutshell, what does our market look like going forward? If someone's thinking, well, maybe I should wait till rates come down before I sell because they're going to be a buyer after they sell, or what would you suggest someone think about?
I think our biggest problem is that our inventory is just very, very low. As we all know, yes, demands have come down. Absolutely. And our sales number are not even close to what they used to be. But that's just the overall condition of what we are dealing with, economy. And now I lost my train of thought.
Oh, well, there'll be another one coming by any minute now. So I'm also wondering, you were talking about inventory. Wouldn't it be great if there was a builder out there that could, like, in the next 3 months, build 600 homes? What would that look like?
I think CBH is planning to do that,
No
yes.
way, shut the front door.
Yeah. CBH was one of the builders who had, by the end of last year, over 550 homes on the market. And then because of the demand just stopping or just being on a pause button for the buyers, they reacted and slowed down their building process quite a bit. So now it's like, okay, this is also not a good market. So they would like to ramp up their inventory again and bring us back to 600 homes.
And at that point, when they were kind of coming back down, they were actually laying people off?
They were laying people off, and we had a total inventory of, 175, I think.
And didn't I just hear where CBH is now hiring again?
Hiring again. So if you're looking for an opportunity to work here, CBH, it's a good way. I heard it's a wonderful employer, takes great care.
We have some clients that work there, right?
Yes.
And nothing but great things to say about it.
Yeah, very true.
Wow. So any last thoughts on our market summary this is the data through the month of May. And then of course, we'll do one next month as soon as the data comes in. But I just wonder, so here's a great question. Is the Treasure Valley still like so overpriced, like when you compare it to Alabama or something like that, that people shouldn't even consider moving here because, it's just done? There's nothing left for you? Or, because I was looking at it, and tell me if I'm wrong, but the national average and the average here in Canyon County, they're almost the exact same value. So, I mean, obviously Ada County is like another 30% higher, but it seems like Canyon County is where the value is. So if you have a choice between, I don't know, Purple, Texas or Idaho, maybe consider Idaho, huh?
I think it's still Idaho. I mean, Idaho hasn't changed, and you still have a wonderful quality of life, and yeah.
Yeah, it is really nice here. I won't lie about that.
And I think what we feel in the beginning, I was saying what we see on paper and what we are feeling, it really depends on in which situation the buyer is, in which situation the seller is. we had a first-time home buyer, and it took us 5 tries to get into a house.
Well, that's some great information, Maureen. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for putting all this together. And gosh, until next time, it's Treasure Valley Dave looking forward to helping you get home.
Treasure Valley Dave here. Thank you for checking out this great video. Can I ask you, what problem do you have that I can help you with? Do you need to sell a home, buy a home? Are you a first-time home buyer? Maybe looking to relocate to the beautiful Treasure Valley from some other state? The Treasure Valley Dave team is your expert by your side here to help you solve your real estate problem. You can contact us through our website or give us a call or text at 208-860-2004. Now go ahead and subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss any future videos. For more education and entertainment, check out this great video next or binge on this playlist.